Why would you do
Mm.
that?
So
Okay.
friends, these glasses, they are my rose-colored glasses, and they really tint the world in a beautiful way. So I don't just wear like any sunglasses. I curate my sunglasses so that I can see the world differently. And these babies, I got them at like one of those, like Ross discount type stores in America, like Winners in Canada.
Hmm.
And they were like $10. And I put them on. And I was like, oh my God, the way I see everything is beautiful. And so I've taken them all over with me. They're great for raves, they're great for everything. And when I was in Cyprus last month, or no, first in the summer, my best friend, my other best friend, not Christina, sat on them. And the arm bent, and I was like, oh no. But it was so easy to just bend it back. And I was like, oh, goodness sake, they are meant to be mine. And then when I was in Cyprus last month, I took them off and put them on the rocks on the beach because we were sitting and I didn't need them. And we walked away. We went back to the car. It was like a 40-minute walk. And I get back to the car and I'm like, my sunglasses. And I was like, okay, this is a moment. And I was really sitting with myself in this discomfort because I was like, do I speak up and say something? Or is this a moment where I go, let's not be attached to things, let's let things go? And then I was thinking about it. And like even a couple weeks earlier when I was in Bahrain, I had lent them to my friend to wear. And he was like, wow, you see the world in a totally different way through these lenses. And I was remembering that moment and I'm like, no, this is not one of those moments that I go, I just don't care. I really cared. So I spoke up and I said to my friends, can we please go back and get them? Like, can we drive the car back because we realized we could drive closer to the spot that we were? And one of the guys was like, yeah, for sure, absolutely. And the other guys were like, no, come on, we got to continue on, blah, blah, blah. And then the one guy was like, this is important to her. We're going to go. And so it actually only took us like 5 minutes to drive there. And then we got out almost at the exact spot we were at. I knew I could see in my mind's eye. And this is the thing that I learned from Reiki, how to find lost objects. And I use a symbol. And like, mind's eye, exactly where it is. And ran back and I remember this affirmation that like when you speak up and you need something, people will surround you and support you and help you because everybody was so happy and everybody hugged me because I got my glasses back. And so yeah, it was a beautiful moment of like be in your be in what you need and ask for what you need.
Mm, that's such a beautiful segue to the practice that I planned today. I love when that happens. So good. So today we're doing empowerment and a little different than, right? So I don't know if you guys remember, I had to do like the alternate nostril breath and we did like some affirmations. We're gonna do something different today. Today is more about cultivation, depending on whatever season of life you are in. Actually, I'm gonna share. I wasn't going to, but I feel called because I've been sharing it kind of everywhere that I'm at right now. So I'm gonna share it with you in case some of you probably read it on my social, but I'm gonna share it again anyways. Um, I've been noticing myself in a season of recession, just needing to really pull back, almost like mimicking, the nature right now, fall. And just really needing to take space to make more room for myself to um expand, really, just to truly expand into what I know I am meant for. And so why am I not finding my note? I wanted to share it with you, but if I can't find it, then I'm not going to share it. I love when my computer does not merge with my phone. Let me close my notes and go back in. We're just going to wait a minute and then I'll share it with you. Yeah, so I want you to think of today as an opportunity for you to just anchor into yourself right now, to as the trees, or as you'll hear from my little prose that I'm going to share with you, as flowers do, right? Flowers take root. And the whole purpose of these last, we're now on day 27, these last 27 days isn't for us to radically transform ourselves, right? It's all about this remembering. It's about remembering who we are, remembering our unique magic. And a lot of that is a coming home to the self. And I've really been in my own life very recently thinking about myself as like a flower, and how flowers never dramatically change. They just maybe wither, let their roots take them deeper so that when springtime comes, right, they can bloom bigger, they can bloom brighter and more expansive. And so I want you to think of yourself the same today, treating the breath as a way to nourish and to cultivate. And so depending on when we start breathing, how you're feeling, you get to sort of lean in to whichever dichotomy you sort of land into with whatever season you feel like you're into. And so when you're ready, you can get comfy, you can get cozy. Today, we're going to work through a few rounds of equal ratio, 4 count, 5 rounds of Kabbalah with no holds in between. We'll hold at the very, very end, and then 3 rounds of Bastrika. Yeah, are we all good with that? Is everyone feeling like they can welcome that into their body today? And just know if I keep you in anything for too long, whether that's the round of breath or any retentions we do take to listen to yourself, trust that your body, your soul knows what it needs. And so if you need to take a sip of air, take a sip of air. If you need to find equal ratio, find equal ratio. But when you're ready, it's to just drop into yourself, your magic, to feel empowered in your essence today. If it feels right, you can just softly let the eyes close and really begin to take root here. Envisioning yourself like that flower, feeling the way that you're anchored to the floor and feeling yourself begin to grow roots. Starting to grow roots in deeper to the self. Thinking of these roots as a sense of knowing. And just start to deeply breathe in and out of the nose. Noticing how the inhale is an opportunity for you to nourish. How the exhale is an opportunity, an invitation for you to surrender. There's that dichotomy between the two, very much like the fall and spring. And as you begin to breathe deeply in and out of the nose, I just want to invite you to bring your awareness to your heart. Bring your awareness to your heart. First, just notice the heart beating. The heart beating against the tissue, the fascia, the muscle, the bone. And then as you notice the heart beating, can you envision a flower there? Your flower, your essence, your magic, your truth. What color is your flower? What are the shape of its petals? Is it one color? Is it multiple colors? Does your flower desire in this moment to delicately, petal by petal, begin to blossom, revealing its nectar to the world? Or in this moment, does it desire to recede and stay guarded, protected? Letting yourself just be in the season of life that you are in right now. Remembering that you were brought here, your soul was planted just like the flower in a garden, specifically not to transform dramatically, but to blossom And then to recede when it needs to let go, to wilt petals, stems, leaves away, to then grow its roots deeper, reach its stems higher, delicately unravel its petals bigger, wider, more expansive than before. Letting yourself just be in that energy, just be as the flower is, simply existing as it's meant to. In just a few short moments, we'll move through a couple rounds of equal ratio breath here. Just a 4 count today. And so when you are ready, lips are sealed. On the inhale, begin to count for 4. Good. Hold at the top for 4. Exhale for 4. Hold at the bottom. Letting yourself take these rounds of equal ratio on your own. Again, noticing here the breath, the sense of fresh life that enters into the body, giving you the room to expand, to bloom, and to blossom. How the exhale invites you to surrender, to recede. Letting yourself just be fully present today with each round of breath. The journey that the breath is taking throughout the lungs. The sensation of the physical body. Past the physical, existing in the energetics, in the space between. And regardless of the season that you're in, know that there is an even greater way for you to lead and live your life. How you show up, who you are. And this might require you to break some sort of a mold, to wilt a little, to shed. But that's going to call forward even greater success, even greater ease, more confidence, inspiration, and fulfillment. But in order to get there, there's also a little bit of a requirement for you to let go. Let go and release the versions of yourself that no longer stand true, that no longer feel right in your body, that no longer align with your next season. And so what no longer works for you? Letting go of the fear, letting go of the narrative in your mind that's not you. Letting go of the doubt, the hesitation, the disbelief, so that you have full space to receive in this season, to bloom, to pull back, to nourish. And so setting the invitation here that the breath alchemize anything you need to let go. Alchemize the weight, alchemize the heaviness. Remove what's no longer needed to create space to realign, to be more aligned with the season that you're in. And just finishing up whatever round of equal ratio breath that you might be on. Taking that all the way to the bottom. Exhale, retention, hold. And then just take a deep breath in through the nose, deep breath in, deep breath in. And maybe there's an open mouth sigh here. So beautiful. Do one more like that. Deep breath in, deep breath in. And an open mouth sigh to release, let go. When you're ready for Kapalabhati, seal the lips. Inhale about halfway. The palm can come onto the belly. Forceful exhales to begin. Exhale, 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 exhale. Feeling the belly button pump in towards the spine, undulating the breath out of the body. Good. Remember, this is about cleansing the energy. And so be with whatever comes up. If it's anger, be with the anger. If it's confusion, let it be there. If it's grief, know that it's safe for you here in this moment to let go. It's safe for you to release what's no longer serving you. Know that there is something waiting, something bigger, something more expansive. You're blooming into greatness on the other side. You're not here for too much longer. Just 10, 9, good, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Empty out completely. No hold. Take a deep breath in, deep breath in, deep breath in. Sip in that air. Slow, slow. Exhale to release. Slow, slow. Soften. At the bottom of that exhale, you're moving right into that next round of Kapalabhati. Inhale just halfway. Forceful exhales through the nose begin. Remember here to trust yourself. And so if I'm holding you in anything longer, you come out, find equal ratio, or take a few deep rounds of breath. But can you lean in today? Can you lean into yourself a little deeper? Even if there's some discomfort, it's okay. It's okay. You've got this, right? Those roots are firmly planted. You're creating space here to remember. Can you lean in just a little bit more? Not here too much longer. So good. So, so good. 10, 9. Nice, Chris. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Empty out, empty out, empty out. No hold. Remember, deep breath in, fill up, fill up, fill up, all the way up through maybe the base of the throat. Soften. It's a slow, slow, slow exhale to release. At the bottom of that exhale, you're going right into that next round, third round here. When you're ready, inhale just halfway. Forceful exhale to begin. Exhale, 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 exhale. Can you let go here? Maybe even just noticing yourself get a little lost in the rhythm of the breath, getting lost in its texture, its feeling, the music, the beat of the body, the movement of the body. As you get lost, can you let go even more? Let go of the leaves that have shriveled, the stems that deserve to break off. Yeah, so beautiful, everyone. So good. Nice, Christine. Just here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, empty out, empty out, empty out. Take a deep breath in. Slow exhale, soften to release. My friends, we only have 2 more rounds. That's it. 2 more rounds. At the bottom of your exhale, that next round is there. Begin. Inhaling just halfway. Forceful exhales through the nose. Exhale, 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 exhale. Now remember, this is breath of fire. And so maybe in this round, you even envision this deep flame within, throwing out all of those old ways, those old habits, those old thoughts, those old narratives, letting them catch a blaze, begin to smolder, turning them to ash. Good, you've got this. 10, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, empty out, empty out. Take a deep breath in, fill up the lungs all the way to the base of the throat. Slow exhale. And can you soften into this moment yourself, root down even more? This is your last round of Kapalabhati, last round. We're holding in retention at the end. So inhale when you're ready, halfway. Forceful exhales to begin. Good. Exhale, 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 exhale. And so in this moment, this final round of Kapalabhati, I want you to just notice the power you have within. We've been in breath together for about 10 minutes. And so in about 10 minutes, if you can start to shift your entire state of being, everything that you've been feeling, what more is your power capable of? Who else can you become? How much bigger can you bloom? How much brighter can you shine? Exhale, 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 exhale. So good. Just 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Exhale, exhale, exhale. This time hold at the bottom. Maybe you're ending in those locks. So tuck the chin down, Jalandhara and engages. Lift up through the pelvic floor, Mula Bandha. Take the belly button into the spine, up to the heart. Uddiyana Bandha, all 3 locks, master lock, Mahabandha, hold. This is the surrender. This is the letting go. What space are you feeling here? Five, 4, 3, 2. Untuck the chin, relax the pelvic floor as you inhale. Begin to soften into the belly. Deep breath in, deep breath in. Good, good, good. Hold at the top. Hold at the top. If you're adding in your locks, tuck the chin down, lift up through the pelvic floor. Let the belly expand. Feel the fullness of yourself here, the fullness of your whole being. Five, 4, 3, 2. As you untuck the chin, relax the pelvic floor, slow exhale through the nose. So beautiful, everyone. And you can let the breath just settle for a few moments. Maybe you need to take some deep breaths in through the nose, out of the mouth, whatever feels right for you here. What season of life are you in? Are you mimicking fall, or are you in a period of knowing and expansion and just letting yourself experience this season? What does it look like? How does it feel? In just a few moments, we'll be moving into a couple rounds of Vastrika, but just let yourself be in this moment. And when we do move into Vastrika, I invite you to use this as an opportunity, maybe for some refinement, some realignment. What does your life look like when you allow yourself to simply exist as you are? Untethered, uninfluenced, just you. Like the flower that was planted with purpose and intention to never dramatically change. Never a need to transform, but to simply bloom. Bloom and recede. Bloom and recede. Letting the stems grow higher, petals more vibrant, more expansive and full. And so if you could just honor the season, honor yourself, what would things look like? Is there a new boundary that needs to be placed? Take a deep breath in through the nose. And an open mouth sigh to release. Let that go. Good. Seal the lips. Preparing for Bastrika. Inhale through the nose. Fill up all the way up. A slow exhale to release. At the bottom of that exhale, begin. Forceful inhales, forceful exhales in and out of the nose. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And in this round of Bastrika, I invite you to cultivate and nourish. So if you're feeling like you're in expansion, cultivate the room. Cultivate the openness with the prana as it enters your system. With the forceful inhale and the forceful exhale, if you're feeling like you're in fall and recession, let the breath nourish you. Welcoming in whatever's next. And maybe you have a clear-cut vision as to what's next for you after this season, or maybe this is an opportunity for you to ask to be shown. Remember, this is a cultivation of energy, of life, of nourishment, and that requires us to work a little bit harder. Requires us to lean in a little bit deeper, but you've got this. Just 10. Good. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. We're holding in retention, so exhale out completely on that last one. Exhale. Again, if you want to add the locks, tuck the chin. Lift up through the pelvic floor. Take the belly button up and in. Hold, 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 hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Untuck the chin, relax the pelvic floor, soften the navel, take a deep breath in, fill all the way up, fill all the way up, feel the belly expand, hold at the top, hold, tuck the chin down, lift up through the pelvic floor. Oftentimes the fullness here in this inhale hold can feel a little overwhelming. Can you simply just imagine yourself holding the space for the new, holding the season, holding the abundance, the realigned identity? Instead of gripping onto the past, let yourself be in the present with your wholeness as it is. Just here for 5, 4, 3, 2. Slow exhale as you relax the chin, the pelvic floor. With the lips sealed, take a deep breath in. Preparing for that next round of Bastrika on the exhale, empty out completely. You begin when you're ready. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, taking the breath full, complete, forceful inhales, forceful exhales. How is this energy either nourishing you or creating more space for you to bloom, creating space for you to realign? How is it serving you here? 10, 9, 8, good. 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, empty out, hold, hold, hold at the bottom. If you're adding the lock, tuck the chin down, lift up through the pelvic floor. Is there anything new here? Any boundary that you can feel you need to set? Any new thing you need to focus on? What do you desire to create? Good. Relax the chin, the pelvic floor, soften the belly. Deep breath in, deep breath in, deep breath in. Fill all the way up, all the way up. Hold in that expansion at the top. Hold, hold, hold. Tuck the chin down, lift up through the pelvic floor. How much space are you taking up here? How much space is the breath creating? 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax the chin and tuck the pelvic floor. Slow exhale, slow exhale. Take a deep breath in. In an open mouth sigh, let it go. 2 more deep breaths in. Open mouth sigh, let that go. Maybe that breath is audible this time. Deep breath in. Forceful. Open mouth sigh, exhale, let it go. Let it go here. Let it go. Yeah, beautiful. So beautiful. And just being with yourself again with the breath, natural inhale and exhale. Come back to that flower. Come back to the heart. Come back to the heart. Come back to the flower. Does the season feel the same? Or is something shifted within? A realization, a knowing, a deeper truth, magic, your magic. Again, what color is your flower? What are the shape of its petals? Is it a specific type of flower? What's the energy of your flower? And as you're here in stillness, in observation of yourself, your flower, regardless of whether this flower is delicately beginning to bloom open or staying closed, today I invite you to just envision its stems, its branches, like a vine beginning to take hold of yourself here. Feeling it begin to branch out from the heart, again, like that vine running through the veins, weaving and spinning, weaving and spinning through the veins and then through the muscle, wrapping around the bones. And so that the wisdom, the power of your flower has got you in this moment, holding you steadfast and strong, resilient, beautiful, magical, and unique in its essence and its energy. And just let yourself sit and be here in your sacred garden. Experiencing yourself maybe for the first time in this way. No more changing. No more transforming. Like a flower in a garden that just is, can you let each season take your roots deeper into remembering, your stems higher, your petals into fullness, never dramatically changing, but blooming, blooming and expanding and leaning into yourself even more. Just as you were meant to when your soul was planted on this earth, just the same. Just as your soul was meant to when it was planted on this earth, just the same. If you desire to be with your garden, staying with your unique flower for a little while longer, let yourself stay here till you feel complete. But when you are ready to come back, simply begin to let your flower dissolve. And it doesn't dissolve to fade away, it simply dissolves into your being. You become one with the flower becomes one with you, soaking up its essence, its beauty, its energy, its truth, the knowing that it holds. And then begin to deepen the breath slow and steady in and out of the nose, letting the breath take you back to your physical form as the flower dissolves and you are one in this moment. Empowered to be as you are. Maybe there's one more full inhale through the nose and a deep sigh to release anything else that might still be there. And then to gently move when it feels right to move. Treating yourself like that flower, gently blowing in the breeze. Slow and steady movement. Letting yourself come back to your individual space before coming back to this screen and meeting me here when you're ready. And if you have your journal and there's anything that you want to jot down, maybe specifically about the flower that you saw, anything that you experienced, take your time. I can actually put that music back on. I just turned the volume down and we love some goodies for us. So we'll just throw that back up there for you. And take your time to complete whatever you're jotting down, whatever maybe you maybe drew, if you drew something to feel complete in that expression of self. I know that if there's anything that you desire to share or to be held in, you can always come off mute or drop something in the chat. How are we feeling?
I feel like I have this realization often. um, I just want to make pretty things,
Hmm.
and I'm good at it. Like, yeah, I need to get into my creative space and just let that take over.
Yeah. That's such a good like remembrance, right? And it's actually funny you say that. I'm kind of in that similar vibe where I'm remembering like I love to write and like I loved like that little I found my little prose at the bottom. That's what I read to you at the end. But like I love writing. So why did I stop? And like I need to create art like that. And that's such a beautiful remembrance. And that's you just like rooting back in, right? And remembering and be like, this is me. This is me. And I'm going to expand on that. And I'm going to let those petals blossom and bloom. Mm. Lizzie, that was a big sigh.
Yeah, it was. So I was listening to Chris, and Chris is so good at creating beautiful things. And I really just had a ooh, like a full on ooh, like, can you create some rave wear for Shambhala? Can you have a booth? Can you make the things that we dream of that other people don't make the right way, but you know how to make it?
That is actually something that I thought of earlier in the summer it would be awesome to have a booth at festivals, and Shambhala would be amazing. But just to
Yeah,
sell
and
like rave wear
like
and stuff.
the crowns, like we know that they people don't make them right, and you know how to make them right. So like all those things that people don't think about, you think about. You're so good at it. You could make totem pole thingies and sell them and have different options for people to choose from. I just have a lot of ideas for you later. I know I'm in an airport right now. So while we were doing I have to share a few things. While we were doing the meditation, I was on the bus, or like the breathing. I was on the bus, and I was like totally in it, just lulled into it, and kind of like losing like bleh, and like almost dropping my phone a couple times. So it was beautiful. Thank you. Actually, I needed to be held in that today, and I was seeing a lot of just creation space. I was in the zone. So thank you. That was really lovely. And then I missed a little bit because I actually had to get off the bus and check my bags. Then I got here and listened to Chris, and then Christine, I read what you said in the comment section, and I resonate with that. That was my big sigh. I resonate with that so much. There are times when, you know, we do need to burn it all to the ground, and that's such a controversial statement. People are like, "Well, why do you need to burn everything to the ground? Why don't you just like use what you've got and make it better?" But I'm like, because sometimes it needs to be fresh, fertile soil like that too. And it's okay to burn things down with intention. And I think I've been holding myself from like doing some of that, and not everything needs to be burned down. Thank you. And then Ashley, how you were saying that you're writing more. I've been writing a lot. Well, admit it a little bit on this trip. A lot is well, it's a lot more than I have been writing. But I wrote a poem here's a poem I wrote just now when you said, "What kind of flower are you?" And I wanted to share it with you guys. I said, "I am a bluebell. I look down from above with love. It's how I hang. I am a channel. I allow people to peer into me, through me, to see what I hold inside. The inside is delicate, nurturing, fertile. The sensitive nature desires to be observed. It is only for the curious, those who are willing to turn their gaze upside down to peer inside, see the truth, see it anew from a new perspective."
Mm. That's so beautiful. You are a bluebell. That like describes you so perfectly.
Mm.
Mm. And I love that you say that sometimes you do have to burn it down. And I forget who I was talking to. I was talking to someone recently about this. Like even flowers, for example, right? Like we have beautiful hydrangea bushes out front, but every season in the fall they get cut down to nothing. And every year they grow back bigger and brighter. And that's kind of like the same idea, right? Like you got to cut it all down to nothing. The roots are there. The roots are there, but there's nothing else left and everything gets to grow and expand bigger. So it's kind of like that same ideation of like letting it all burn down so that way you can grow it bigger. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Mm.
I also wanted to say that while I was on the trip, there was way too many remembrances for me that it's time to write now. It's time to be and let myself write because I have been resisting it for so long. And what you resist persists and it never leaves my heart that I need to write. And I met somebody yesterday. Oh, I met stuff. You know, I had to go to Glastonbury.
Yeah.
I had to meet my soul family. I met two people who are part of my soul family, actually three. So on this whole trip, I've met four people that are part of my soul family. And it's so bizarre because it's like these people, and they know it too. They're like, yep, we know you from before. Like we know you in other lifetimes. And Chris, one of them, he's a DJ, like a really well-known DJ, and he's gonna see if he can play at Shambhala. And he's like a record producer and everything. So yeah, they might come to Shambhala with us. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. But um I learned his girlfriend, she is also an artist, so she could illustrate for me. And we're going to talk about her illustrating my books because I want to collaborate. And that's the part that holds me back is like, I know what I want, but I don't know how to get it onto the visual part. So yeah, thank you for letting me share this experience because this is why I had to come here to meet more soul family.
That's incredible. And we literally were just having that conversation on Wednesday that you wanted an illustrator and
Here
boom.
it is. Yeah. So I didn't fall in love with a human in the sense of like romance, but I fell in love with more of my soul family. And it helps me more and more define that frequency of love that I'm meant to anchor in. It is your friends who become your family. It is your soul family.
Yeah,
That's the frequency of love.
that is the frequency of love. Poncho,
Mm.
sweet
So
boy.
sweet.
I
Oh,
know. Hi, Poncho. Oh, he's so precious. He's so precious. Sorry, I'm like so distracted by animals. I'm like, ooh, dog. Mm. Does anyone else desire to share anything at all? Otherwise, I can let you go on
do
with the
you desire to say?
I need to I've done this meditation. I haven't personally done it yet, but I've led 3 groups through it already. And now I'm like, I want to do it myself because it sounds so beautiful. So once this recording is done, I need to come back and do this myself. And then maybe I'll have something to share and I can share it in Boxer. I'm like, I want to know my flower. I don't know my flower yet. I haven't given myself space to sit with it. So I'm like, I want to figure out what my flower is. Intuitively, I feel like she's an orchid. What color? I don't know, but like that's the vibe that I'm feeling. But we'll see if that actually happens when I sit in it. So, mm, well, if that is that, guys, we only have 3 lives left together. We're doing one Sunday, right? Lizzie, you're back at home for that, right? Yeah. So we have one Sunday. It's pretty early, so don't feel like you guys have to make it. It's 8:30 Eastern, so I know that's like pretty early your time. It's like an hour. Yeah.
And I do also have a Halloween party to go to on Saturday, so
Yeah. Oh,
I
yeah.
may not be there.
Totally valid. Totally valid. We can record it always and just upload it. You guys can watch it later. And then what, Monday? Is it Monday evening? I think Monday evening and then Tuesday afternoon. And that's it. We're done. Guys, this went by so fast. I felt like we time warped through October. Time warp through October. Well, enjoy the rest of your Friday. Thank you so much for sharing that practice with me. It was really beautiful. I hope it left you feeling empowered in remembrance, because sometimes I think when we think of empowerment, we think of just like strength and resiliency. And I'm learning that sometimes the empowerment comes in softening. So I hope that you let yourself experience the both of each. And I can't wait to watch all of your flowers just bloom and grow even more, and enjoy your weekend. Chris, please take photos. Please send in the chat. I want to see your Halloween outfit. And whoever shows up on Sunday morning, we'll see you then. Otherwise, it'll be Monday. Bye, guys. Love you so much. Have a great weekend till we see each other again. Lizzie, safe travels. See you soon.